Yes, we come to the 12th layer. There's a few different ones of Superman variations. So, Pilates Superman. So, I will say, just as always, you've got yoga blocks of these you can use on the knees. A bit harder when you're doing the movement-based ones like we're doing. We're moving forward with these when we're doing them. So I'd go back a level or leave it out altogether and do another exercise if it's trouble on the knees. Okay, but I've got the pads on the knees. You can double over the mat, triple over the mat, whatever you like, or just leave it out that one. So we're going to go with the breathing. So we get straight into the breathing, and you can find any position you like. So I'm going to go from here to here, okay, but any problems with that, you can go to here. There's always this Pilates version. So again, in Alexander method and Pilates, knees in line with hips, heels in line with knees. Again, it was not the end of the world if you're not completely aligned there. It's more of a rest, traveller's rest if you like, whatever. But it's just a position of ease, really. If there's a better position for you to do that, you know what I mean, while we're doing the breathing. So let's kick in the breathing. Most important part. So I'm gonna come into this position. If you need blocks or these underneath to tilt your hips, if you feel tight in the hips, do that. Otherwise, shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. Allow your sit bones to drill in towards the floor. Let these shoulders down. Lengthen up for the crown. While you're here, maintain good posture. We're going to zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. Okay, your pelvic floor, if you don't know the pelvic floor, if you're on a long journey or you go to the toilet, you stop yourself going, that's your pelvic floor. Corset muscle, powerhouse, girdle strength, we get by tucking our belly button. So they go together though, you can't do one without the other. Just to show you that that is true, we're going to go on the B line. We're going to get two thumbs here from the hips all the way around, bikini line, belt line, whatever you want to call that. Below this is the pelvic floor, above this is our corset muscle, 3 layers deep, wrapping around our spine, our corset muscle, linking on this B line like cling film to the pelvic floor. Okay, 3 layers deep, the corset here, above that B line, below it is the pelvic floor. Okay, so if you cough or sneeze from this position, you can feel the pelvic floor and the corset muscle go, the transverse abdominis go. That just shows you, do it a couple of times, shows you that's happening. You can't do one without the other. Okay, so I'm going to say, engage pelvic floor, tucking the belly button or throwing the corset. Again, you can't do one without the other. So that just reassures you. Again, I think sometimes it's overcooked a little bit. We spend about 5 minutes on that and then that, because I do get it because it's a smaller muscle, the pelvic floor, but let's simplify it. Yeah, zip up pelvic floor, throw on that corset muscle. So zip up pelvic floor or tuck in belly button. Many different variations I'm going to say, but with the reassurance that's happening, you've got that awareness what's going on there. So you can, just by having that awareness, because sometimes it can be a bit like an amnesia, you don't know they're there, you won't use them muscles in the most efficient manner. Now you know they're there, you can use them in the most efficient manner. So without further ado, we will zip up pelvic floor, scoop out our abdominals, keep that going. And while we're doing that, we're going to get our 2 middle fingers touching underneath what we call the xiphoid process, the sternum, the breastbone, palms and the lower lobes of lungs, just to see where the breath's going as we right now zip up pelvic floor and scoop out the abdominals, constantly breathing in through the nose whenever you like, and exhaling through pursed lips. You'll feel that breath go anywhere but your stomach, because right now as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, that breath can only go into them lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but your stomachs. So much though you might feel the 2 middle fingers slightly parting and coming back to touch each other. Just adding width to your lungs and length to that out breath as you exhale through pursed lips. Them fingers are moving like seaweed on the bottom of the seabed, even if it's just a millimetre. That's happening right now. Because as you right now zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, that breath can only go into them lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but your stomach. So with that reassurance, safe in the knowledge that's happening, we're going to come to this position, even better position, to get the breath into the lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but our stomach. As we still zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals, we fold over, compressing the air between the ribs and the hips. You'll feel this more as you zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals. Keep breathing in through the nose whenever you like, and exhaling through pursed lips, just simply allowing that simplicity to relax your mind. Zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, and keep breathing through the nose whenever you like, and exhale through pursed lips. That resonant out breath works like a cough or sneeze. That naturally helps us zip up pelvic floor and scoop out your abdominals without even trying or trying not to try. Even imagine someone's opening an umbrella inside your rib cage and letting go, or someone's just pushing out from inside your ribs and letting go. That lovely, free, expansive breath. Keep breathing in organ deep, cell deep, even bone marrow deep, into them lower lobes, the lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but our stomachs. Lovely. Even imagine someone's wrapped a scarf tightly around your ribs and you breathe in that scarf wide and full. Lovely, 3D breath. Lateral thoracic breathing. Just breathing in to them lower lobes of the lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but our stomach, allowing us just to use our pelvic floor and our quartet muscle, the transverse abdominis, in the most efficient manner, helping us breathe right now anywhere but our belly buttons. But just keep breathing in low and deep into these lower lobes of lungs, the intercostals, the ribs, anywhere but our stomachs. Lovely. Just adding width to the lungs as you breathe in, and length that out breath as we exhale through pursed lips, that lovely resonant out breath. We're going to breathe in, stack up these Lego bricks, these vertebrae. We're going to go into our exercise. Like I say, pads, if you need them, they're there. Or double over the mat, triple over the mat, or use a few mats, whatever, pads. But like I say, if it's too much on the knees, go back a level or leave it out. But we're going to start off with alignment. So 2 of our fists apart on the knees, okay. Then wrists in line with shoulders. Spread them fingers, middle fingers forward to protect the wrist. Especially on the posted hand. When you're ready, we're going to go for the exercise we did before. Exhale through pursed lips on the positive faces. So we're going to exhale, draw that line in the sand with the foot, breathing in, coming back. But we're changing it on this one. That's what we did the last one. We're exhaling, draw that line in the sand with the foot, come up on the forefinger, so the forehand and the forefinger, up on the toe. Then we take off the runway at the end, back down the runway, then draw that line in the sand. So a slight variation, makes it a little bit harder. When you're ready, we exhale, opposite hand, opposite leg. We come off the runway at the end, and back down on the runway. Now here's, as we breathe in, we come back, we keep the hand in front and the knee in front as we walk forward as we do it. Okay, then we go again. So we're walking forward each time. Exhale, take your time. I'm going for it slow. Up on the fingertips, toe on the toe there. Then we take off the runway at the end. All on the exhale, gathering against the instability, breathing back down on the runway. Draw that line in the sand, but we come back just a hand in front and a knee in front. Then we go again on the other side. Same side leg, same side hand. Exhale. Take off the runway at the end. Okay. Back down the runway. Same side leg, same side hand. We come back a hand in front and a knee in front as we go forward. We walk forward each time, okay? There's quite a lot in there, so I can think about it myself. Exhale. Same side leg, same side hand. Again, I find that you can come straight up if you like, but I find onto this, then onto the fingers, and then up, reach, hand no higher than shoulder, ankle no higher than hip, back down the runway, then draw that line in the sand with the foot in the hand stays in front, knee stays in front there, okay, and then we go again as we're walking forward, as we exhale, reach. I'll come up on the fingertips, you don't have to do it, you can come straight up, foot just here, start off with on the fingertips, then up, reach. Again, you don't have to go high. It's all about length here. Wrist in line with shoulder, ankle in line with hip, no higher. Head in line with tailbone. I'm looking up a little bit when I'm talking. back down on the runway. As you breathe in, come back. Hand stays in front, knee goes in front. Okay, so it's a come up on the fingertips, reach, all on the exhale, through pursed lips. On the inhale, we come back down. We take the knee forward, the hand forward, and we go again. Exhale, draw that line and sand, the same side. Take off the runway at the end, all on the exhale. On the inhale, we land back down on the runway and draw that line with the sand of the foot and the hand. Just finishing in front with the knee and the hand as we exhale, reach. Again, take off the runway at the end. And then we breathe in, come back down on the runway. Hand stays in front, knee stays in front. Then we go again, last one, exhale, reach. I like that on the fingertips, optional, reach. Okay, hand no higher than shoulder, knee no higher than ankle. Okay, it's not about height, it's about length. And back down, the hand goes down on the in-breath and foot goes down, and we come back, finish in front. So we're walking forward with it basically. It's the only difference. I will say, if you basically, I said when you're here, wrist no higher than shoulder, ankle no higher than hip. So basically what you don't want is to be up here with this, that's arching the back, or there. Okay, so hand in line with shoulder, but if you're struggling with that, you can go a bit less high, but don't go higher. Okay, if that makes sense, that keeps that alignment. So we're going to, as always, have a nice release stretch at the end. Like I say, I'm going to come into the Balasana, the child posture here. Any problems with that? Then we got here, this is exactly the same. Or you've got the one we did when we breathe in, a few options there. Okay, but I'm going to come in and finish here. So we're going to just collapse inwards, die off like a shell on the beach, and just melt in towards the floor. Okay, heavy with the sit bones towards the heels, feet tiny waist. Gather in, and we're going to breathe in for the nose, whenever you like. And exhale through pursed lips, okay? As you feel the release on the lower back, the glutes, the buttocks, just releasing the knots that bound you. Feeling that sense of liberation and freedom. The lower back, the glutes, the buttocks. Just releasing the knots that bound you. Lovely. Then we're going to breathe in, stack up the Lego bricks, the books, the vertebrae coming out of that. Like I say, if you want to do shorter reps than that, you can do. Or spend longer on the stretching, feel free. But the next one, we're going straight out in one unit. Okay, yeah, straight out in one unit. Sticking to the same sided ones at the moment, not doing a contralateral, opposite palm to opposite heels. So that was the end of that one. Lovely. Bang.